and Brother Mayor was next. Trista Century was back on the inside, now angling away from the rail around Ferox Chief. Then Centani followed further back by Noble Colony, who's deep around the outside, and over on the inside Avec Espoir, Fly with Eagles. Further back behind those about second last Just Anything and 2-2 Exotic Lover last of all. Maybe Rough and Paisano scoot down the hill by 2.5 to Roman Coin. Wider out Brother Mayor being hard ridden, back along the inside, still there with them. I'm Looking Good as they're about to turn, and they were followed then by Just Anything taping a deep course from Ferox Chief nearer the inside, but Paisano went for home. Got a couple in front now of Maybe Rough, and they were followed by Brother Mayor running on down the centre, and the deepest runner of all is Just Anything. Brother Mayor hit the front of the 200, but Just Anything's after it, and Just Anything races up with Brother Mayor. Brother Mayor the inside, and Just Anything nose for nose. There's not much in it. On the outside, Just Anything just in front and just won. It's got there Just Anything by about a half neck to Brother Mayor. Avec Espoir was late on the seam wide out. Ferox Chief back to the inside of the Miners with Maybe Rough. They were followed further back by I'm Looking Good. Back behind those Paisano, followed by Trista Century. Deeper out Exotic Lovers out there with Avec Espoir, and they were followed further back behind that division by Fly with Eagles, who never handled it, and Roman Coin and Centani together at the tail.
Miss Marie Payne, Just Anything number 4, $5.90 and $2.10. Brother Mayor number 8, $2.30 was out after it, and Avec Espoir number 1 out on the outside. Horse number 7 has finished off the race quite well, $5.10 for a place. So $4.87 on race number 7 at Oakbank. Next there is the $75,000 Von Dusa steeplechase over the 3,250. Royal Randwick is coming up in a couple of minutes. The AJC Australian Derby, that's Pursuits from the John Hawke stable we're looking at. John won the Derby a couple of years ago with Octagonal, and here's one, a 3-year-old by Quest for Fame. Quest for Fame side the first 2 winners today at Randwick. Maybe he can make it 3 this afternoon with Pursuits, who was a little bit unlucky last start in the Rosehill Guineas. He was 4th past the post, but they promoted him to 3rd on protest. He did get a bad bump from Simone. These 3-year-olds are in the mounting yard. There's one of the roughies, Pescaderos, trained by Gordon York. It would be a big surprise if he was to win. Gold Guru just passing us, spying in the coming stable, and Bridal Man, same deal with him. He looks to be outclassed. In fact, horses 9, 10, 11 and 12. Be very surprised if either of those was to get the money. Chrissy Muntz coming off his big win in the Golden Slipper last week, backing up in another Group 1 today. This time he's riding for Gordon York on Pescadero. Now, Rod Gallegos' late mail special in the AJC Australian Derby is for Gold Guru, race 5, number 1, coming off his 2nd to Might and Power in last week's Mercedes Classic. That's about as good as form as you can get, because I think it's fair to say no horse in the world would have beaten Might and Power last Saturday. Gold Guru's at $5.50. Tie the Knot here at $3.40. 14 for Second Coming, the Victoria Derby winner, trying to make it the 2-state Derby double. Northern Drake, the Tulloch Stakes winner last Saturday, he's at $4, and the second pick on the New South Wales TAB is a bit better on the Super Tab. Vitronite here, $10. He's been racing against the older horses too. Pursuits at $9.20. 11 for Il Don, the Victorian. Spying at $24, and Bridalman at $35. But there's 4 main chances for this race: Gold Guru, Tie the Knot, Northern Drake, and also Pursuits number 6. They head out onto the track. The sun shining there at Randwick is a great sight. We wouldn't have expected that. In fact, at one stage we didn't expect to be covering Randwick.
Racing. A beautiful start. One of the best to break the line was Gold Guru. Second coming out well, and Avastar likewise, followed by Pescadero. Bridal Man next, and then Il Don, followed by Pursuit Spying. A length the Northern Drake, 1.5 further back Vitronite, and a length to Tie the Knot. Out of the straight they go, and the leader is Avastar. One of the Kiwis, 1.5 on Second Coming. And they're going along at a reasonable clip. Bridal Man wide 3rd, and Gold Guru the inside 4th. 1 off the rails next, Pescadero, 2 to Il Don. A length to Spying, similar margin. Pursuits 1 off the rails. Vitronite on the inside of Northern Drake, and 3 lengths to Tie the Knot. 1,700 metres to go, and the leader is Avastar, and they're starting to string out here. It's Avastar to the crossing at the 1,600, 2 lengths on Second Coming. 3 away 3rd is Bridal Man. About 4 lengths to Pescadero on the outside of Gold Guru. 2.5 to Il Don. 3/4 Spying on the fence, and a couple Pursuits around Vitronite. Another 2 lengths to Northern Drake, and 3 lengths to Tie the Knot, who would have to be be 20 lengths from the leader, and that is Avastar as they race along the back of the course and going down to the halfway at the 1200. It's Avastar by 2.5 lengths on Second Coming, 6 lengths to Bridal Man, 4 to Gold Guru on the inside of the roughie Pescadero, 2.5 to Il Don, and then comes on the inside of it next Spying, 2.5 further away Pursuits, Vitronite on the inside a length, Northern Drake, and 2 lengths to Tie the Knot. They leave the back straight in the Derby and travel on past the 950, and it's Avastar as the field is starting to bunch a little now. Avastar 2 lengths clear on Second Coming, a length away in third position racing Bridal Man, followed by Pescadero and Gold Guru. About 2.5 to 3 lengths further off is Spying on the inside of Il Don. 1 Pursuit, Vitronite, followed by Northern Drake, and Tie the Knot is last. Lisa Crop goes to the front on Second Coming, and 600 out. It's Second Coming, a length and a half, Gold Guru. Avastar's gone from Pescadero. Northern Drake is taking off, and it's Raymond Shane aboard Tie the Knot, following Cooksley on Northern Drake. Here's an exciting derby. Around the corner, 400 to go. Second Coming for Lisa Crop. A length, Gold Guru, Northern Drake, and Tie the Knot are joining in, and Spying is next. 250 to go, and Gold Guru hits the front. Gold Guru from Tie the Knot. Northern Drake can't go on with it. It's Gold Guru down to the 150. A length, Tie the Knot, who can't reach the South Aussie clear of Northern Drake. Gold Guru, what a horse he is. Tie the Knot can't get him clear of Northern Drake, and Gold Guru wins the AJC Australian Derby. Gold Guru and Greg Childs beat Tie the Knot a distant third. Northern Drake from Bridal Man with Il Don, Spying and Pursuits. Vitronite Second Coming stopped to a walk. Pescadero second last, and Avastar was tailed right off.
1 Gold Guru, 440, 190. 2 Tie the Knot, 160. 4 Northern Drake, 180. Treble 751, $563.30.
And has paid $530 and $190. $530 and $190. Number 2, Tie the Knot, ridden by Shane Dye, second, 160 in New South Wales. And number 4, Northern Drake, he didn't run the 1.5 miles, as simple as that. And he has paid $1.70. Gold Guru has raced on the 9th of March in Melbourne when he won the Cadbury Guineas. And then he came to Sydney. He raced on the 21st of March when he won the Ranvet at Rose Hill. He missed the 28th. He raced on the 4th of April when he won the Mercedes. And, of course, he's come out here this afternoon and taken the AJC Australian Derby. 1 the winner. 2 is second. And that is Tie the Knot. 4 is third, Northern Drake. 10 Bridal Man. What a run by that rank outsider. 10 Bridal Man 4th. 7 Il Don 5th. And 9 Spying 6th. 1, 2, 4, 10, 7, 9 the Superfecta in New South Wales. 850 Quinella. Exacta paid 19.20. The Trifecta 46.70. The 5 and 1 extra double $21.60. And Gold Guru, trained by Leon McDonald at Morfordville for B.H. Perks, B. White, G. Marriott and G.P. Drummond. Written by Greg Childs, who's been riding the horse in Melbourne, but Shane Dye rode him in the Ranvet and Mercedes, as we know. Shane got off him to ride Tie the Knot. So it hasn't been what you'd call a happy golden slipper and a happy AJC Derby for Shane Dye.
A pretty good line. A pretty good line too on the outside. Solidwood Immigrant bounced out quickly past the Cigar, beaten for speed, and driving up on the inside. Centivi going through now with it. Checkmore, and further back Zerovic when they settle into stride. Up on the inside, Centivi led from Checkmore, and Solidwood a length and a half Immigrant. Further back the now Floral Prince around the outside of Bento. Mint Condition followed by over on the in-centre Mr. Good Time. 2 to Zerovic followed by Another Excuse. Past the Cigar to the outside. Further back in the race then is Koo Callan, 4 lengths last of all. Nearing the turn is Like a Roo. On the turn, the leader is Centivi now from Solidwood Checkmore. 2 to Immigrant to the outside when they straighten up at the 300-metre mark. Further back, Mr. Good Time trying to get out. And then came Mint Condition, and now Floral Prince are across the track here. Solidwood Checkmore, Immigrant on the outside. Mr. Good Time pushing through. Things are getting tight. Another Excuse getting up on the inside. It's Immigrant and Mr. Good Time. Immigrant fights back, and Immigrant scored. Half length to Mr. Good Time. Third may go Another Excuse from Mint Condition. Then behind those Checkmore, wider out our Floral Prince from Solidwood followed by Centivi, then past the Cigar. Further back in the race then came Like a Roo, behind them Zarovic, then Kukal and Bento near the tail.
6 Emigrant, 320, 168. Mr. Goodtime, 170. One Another Excuse, 310.
6 Emigrant to pay 330, 160. Number 8, Mr. Goodtime to pay 190, and One Another Excuse, $2.90.
Right in the straight when Mr. Goodtime was pushing up inside him, but he had his chance, Mr. Goodtime, and Immigrants beat him about a half length. Mr. Goodtime second, and the judge calls for the photo, and it goes to Another Excuse just in front of number 2, Mint Condition.
Okay, 681 there. Let's go back to Tony at the racecourse for more details there. Tony.
Yes, Paul, the stewards had a look at the start of that race. Beau Vale, a definite starter, just stood flat-footed in the stall, refused to jump. So Beau Vale, a definite starter, waiters right on the numbers.
Larry Cow.
Light drizzle falling. They're off in the chase. One stood there. Stuke's Image missed it a length or two, and a little bit slow to begin was Diamond Dreams as they start to sort themselves out in the charge to the first of the tall timber. Here they come to it now, and out wide Keen As and Magic View went to the front there from Tal Disco, the inside, just off the speed. Just Dynamite, Palace Symphony kept wide by design to give him a clear sight of the early fences. Pushing through it on the inside, Outer Master as they take the second one. They come up to them pretty quickly. Further back in the field, off and around the outside is Tom T. Hall as they take the Shillabia Road jump in the first circuit. Further back behind those then, making some headway but wide, Monaco Bay. Daring Enterprise, Brute Tambo off again, and Stuke's Image not travelling 5 or 6 lengths last of all. Racing down to the log in the first circuit, and here on the outside the leader was Diamond Dreams. From on the inside, pushing through again the Grey Magic View. They're a couple in front of Keen As, who's there. Tom T. Hall is deep, and back on the inside came the plucky Tal Disco. 2 or 3 lengths just Dynamite. Over on the inside with those was Outer Master as they clear another one and come to the last along the far side. They were followed further back then by Daring Enterprise. Wide up on the outside of those was Monaco Bay. Now Daring Enterprise getting back to about 4th last. 3rd last was Brute Tambo. 2nd last off again, and a long last was Stuke's Image. The first of the downhill double. They thunder over that fence, and the leader as they've all cleared it was Diamond Dreams. About a length and a half in front of the Grey Magic View. In behind them in 3rd place in Keen As. Very wide on the track, Tom T. Hall back to the inside, Tal Disco. Then Just Dynamite from Daring Enterprise, followed by Palace Symphony, ridden a quiet race. They were followed back behind them by Outer Master as they take the one fence in the straight from further back Monaco Bay. Brute Tambo off again, and Stuke's Image has nearly caught up with them. Down to the post, they've almost completed a circuit now. They're about to go back onto the lane for the steeple course, and the Grey Magic View on the inside is about a half in front. Diamond Dream second, the outside. Keen As just angling off its heels. It's got a bit tight there going out of the straight. They were followed by Tal Disco and Just Dynamite slipping through inside of horses. Tom T. Hall is there. Diamond Dreams didn't handle that turn at all, and he's drifted back to the tail of the field. What was the first in the first circuit of the race comes up to them again. They clear it, and the leader was Magic View from Keen As, and Tom T. Hall on the outside has started to get into it. Then Just Dynamite, followed by Tal Disco, and they were followed by Aldo Masco, and then came on the outside Palace Symphony. Further back in the field, Brute Tambo, Monaco Bay, Daring Enterprise ahead of that couple. Further back over the Shillabia Road, jump up to the hill into the country they go again. Came Monaco Bay, Brute Tambo. They've gone pretty quickly in this. Further back then came Stuke's Image from off again, and Diamond Dreams has just about had enough. Here's the log coming up in the last circuit, and the Grey Magic View by a length and a half. He's jumping much better than he did in his trial here a week or so ago. Second placing Tom T. Hall, the rider of Palace Symphony's getting very vigorous on him, and he's swishing the tail about, and they were about 4 in front of the others, headed then by Keen As from Brute Tambo. Also in that division, Just Dynamite, and also making ground now Monaco Bay's looking a bit of a chance. He's running out of the backpack. Then came off again, followed by Daring Enterprise. Tal Disco's gone back through the field. He's drifted right back with off again going with him, and then came Stuke's Image, who's just about run his race. Further back tailing out now are Aldo Master. He's second last, and a long last Diamond Dreams over the first of the double. Here's they come to the second now, and Palace Symphony straight up on the inside of the Grey Magic View and thunder to the lead. Palace Symphony drew a couple clear of Magic View, sticking on gamely. Tom T. Hall is whacking away, and they were followed by Brute Tambo, and further back in the field behind those then came Monaco Bay. Magic View ran the last fence out, and Palace Symphony landed 3 clear. Magic View second, Tom T. Hall battles on, and then Brute Tambo. But if you're on Palace Symphony, it's going to be a nice result for you. He's still swishing the tail about from time to time, but Palace Symphony too classy. City and wins the Von Duser by about 3.5. Ease down from Tom T. Hall, Magic View. About 6 lengths away, Brute Tambo followed further back then.
Nice hit out for Monday for him, Palace Symphony number 1. He's got the money ahead of Our Damaster, and Tom T. Hall was there too. That was the running of the Von Duser at Oakbank. They haven't gone at Ascot yet. In fact, they haven't moved in. So we'll be right there. They're about to call them in now for race 3. Balfine 2.30, Bravo Zulu 9.60, Pennants 9.20, Observatory at $8.30 for race number 3 on the program. So great performance by Eric Musgrave today to train the 3 jumps winners at Oakbank. The 3 jumping races have all gone to him. Down to Zero won the hurdle, the first hurdle. Then Worthy Knight won the steeplechase, and now the main race goes the way of Eric Musgrave again and Palace Symphony. Tom T. Hall 170 second, and number 5 Magic View is there in third spot. So it's 185, 170 the second horse, and 490 for Magic View. And the winning rider was Ricky Maund. Now Randwick, race number 6.
They're off. Space Moon from a wide alley jumped very, very quickly and leads by about 4 lengths on settling down from a clump of horses. Zoe Regal to second, Blue Gum third, Born to Dance fourth, then Crafty Bow, Omar Zam, followed by Aphasia, Stately King, and wider out next Obsessed, From Luigi the Great, and last Sukram. They race on towards the course proper here at the 1,000 metres, and the leader Space Moon gets across onto the rails. The grey Omar Zam races up to Space Moon's girth now, and Zoe Regal, the favourite, travelling third. A length and a half further back is Blue Gum. Racing on the inside of Crafty Bow, then Born to Dance, Obsessed on the outside of Aphasia. A length and a half to Luigi the Great, Sukram second last, and Stately King brings up the rear. Down past the 700 metres, and the leader Space Moon from Omar Zam, 2 to the hot pot, and that is Zoe Regal. The second elect is at its quarters on the inside, Blue Gum. A length and a half then coming Crafty Bow, Obsessed deeper, Born to Dance, scrubbed hard and losing ground. And then Aphasia followed on the outside, Luigi the Great, Sukram, and Stately King as they wheel around the corner now. Space Moon first for home from Omar Zam. 2 lengths to Zoe Regal. Pulling around the leaders, Obsessed and Crafty Bow, followed by Blue Gum, and then comes Aphasia. They race to the 200 metres, and here Zoe Regal momentarily hit the front from Omar Zam, but Obsessed and Crafty Bow claim that pair, and on the outside it's Aphasia starting to run home. Obsessed is just the leader. They're coming at him, Crafty Bow, Zoe Regal, but Obsessed hanging on a little win. Obsessed narrowly from Crafty Bow, Zoe Regal. Aphasia just weakened on a run for fourth, then Omar Zam. Sukram made up ground from Born to Dance, Luigi the Great, Blue Gum, and then Stately King, and Space Moon walked home absolute.
Super Tab number 6, Obsessed 950, 250, 8 Crafty Bow 560, 2 Zoe Regal 140.
Obsessed, 3 winners for John Hawkes, Jack and Bob Ingham, and Larry Cassidy. Number 6 has paid $11.70 for the win in New South Wales, and $2.90. Crafty Bow and Zoe Regal should fill the minor placings. Number 8 Crafty Bow at $6, and Zoe Regal number 2 at $1.50. Well, Blue Gum had a lovely run. He didn't go on with it. Zoe Regal seemingly every possible chance, so the weight might have put paid to the top 2. Aphasia loomed up at the 250, died on a run, a second from a spell. Crafty Bow battled on well. Born to Dance looked as they dropped right out coming to the turn, and again made some leeway in the straight. But Obsessed has been able to score here. 6, 8 and 2 official. Crafty Bow second, and Zoe Regal third. The winner trained by John Hawkes for the Inghams, by Star Watch from Misbelieve, a Chestnut Gelding 6. L. Cassidy beating number 8 Crafty Bow, who's paid I'm giving those unofficials, haven't I? Yeah. By Bureaucracy, Crafty Sally, Brian Guy, Jim Byrne, and Zoe Regal, Zophany Regality, David Blundell, Chris Munson. The fourth went to number 7, Aphasia. Quinella, and it's returned 139.90. Exacta, 218.10. Trifecta, $817. The time was 125.77. 125.77. Record 121.54, and the sectional to come. Now, that's the rundown on the previous race of the day. No further news at this time. So
let's have a look at race 6, Brisbane, the up. Off.
Hunza Court bounced quickly. Sandridge Bay away okay, and further out Navajo Boy and Smoke the Clay when they settle down. Up on the inside, My Bodyguard led just narrowly from Hunza Court. A length and a half Smoke the Clay from Martago. Sandridge Bay is handy fifth on the outside of Fate's Horizon. Further back, the Navajo Boy, Dancing Sculptor, Perfect Bound, Governor Gazelle. Then Profit Taker, two further back in the race, Southridge on the inside of Top Walk, and two to Virtual Reality and Rob's Reason. Down the side, the race of the 900. The leader is My Bodyguard. 3/4 Smoke the Clay up second. Hunza Court went back third. Martago fourth, the outside. Then Fate's Horizon on the inside there of Navajo Boy, three out. Sandridge Bay back in the middle, running about seventh. A length Dancing Sculptor deep around Governor Gazelle. Further back, Perfect Bound, 1.5 Top Walk, and then further back, Profit Taker. Southridge the rail from Rob's Reason and Virtual Reality, 600 out. My Bodyguard, two in front of Smoke the Clay and Martago. Hunza Court on the inside, and Navajo Boy's been wide. 2 lengths further back, moving into the race now. Sandridge Bay around Fate's Horizon, Perfect Bound, and further back, Governor Gazelle. My Bodyguard first for home from Navajo Boy and Martago. Hunza Court trying to get off the fence. 2 lengths, Sandridge Bay, and then Smoke the Clay and Perfect Bound. My Bodyguard, the leader from Martago, Navajo Boy, Sandridge Bay, and now Perfect Bound is coming home well from Hunza Court. My Bodyguard in front, Perfect Bound and Sandridge Bay. Perfect Bay and on the outside, got it set in front, close to the line. Perfect Bound a half length to Sandridge Bay, ahead third, My Bodyguard. Top Walk out late on the outside, fourth from Hunza Court. Further back, Martago from Southridge. Navajo Boy, Fate's Horizon, Dancing Sculptor. Then came Smoke the Clay, Governor Gazelle. Fate's Horizon pulling up quickly from Rob's Reason. Then Profit Taker and Virtual Reality back at the tail.
1 Perfect Bound, 1480 and 390. Number 13 Sandridge Bay, 170 for My Bodyguard, 230.
1 Perfect Bound, 1240, 410, 13 Sandridge Bay to return 160 for My Bodyguard, 260. Daily double 9 and 1, $107.10.
It is for
The extreme outside in the straight. They're set. They're off now. Away they go on the Puremilk Grey, and one of the best away was Raffin Times with Killy Stafford. Henry Sees Gold, Pocahon, Ben Lewin spearing through with between runners, and so is Quality Control. Over on the inside, Crepitus followed then back on the outside of those by Henry Sees Gold, just shuffling back. Further back in between horses, Keeper Lily, and also back there Curium. Further back then to Lord William, who's back about fourth last, and he's got a few problems from there. Over on the outside was Chaff Bag, followed by Pret-a-Porter, and a length away last of all is Debater. Down the hill they come inside the 600, and they're going lickety-split the greys, where it's Quality Control taking up the running inside of Pocahon. 3 deep around the outside with those was Raffin Times, and they were followed further back by Ben Lewin. Henry Sees Gold, Curium, Keeper Lily running on. Further back Crepitus, then Debater followed back and behind them by Salute, and Lord William eases to the outside. Killy Stafford further back with Pret-a-Porter and Debater. A couple of these are bumping. They're across the track. Pocahon now coming at them. Raffin Times, Keeper Lily getting through, and Lord William is rounding them up out wide. He's come from a mile back, Lord William, and he's too good. And Lord William goes home, you good thing. A length and a half, second Raffin Times. Third, it might be Keeper Lily. We've got Debate of the Rail. Salute out wide, Curium. Further back then Crepitus, followed by Ben Lewin and Pocahon, both knocking up. And they were followed.
All right, Lord William home at Oakbank, race number 9. Ascot race 4, the racing. Here's the call. Up this campaign, Marble Hall's there at $20. Quick Flick, here's the crowd lover, $5.30, and he is the favourite now on the New South Wales TAB. Blazing Steel there at 16, Confiscates at $20, 26 for Des's Dream, 16 for Monopolise has been kept safe, kept very safe in fact. Banner Headline at $10, 18 for Brave Prince, Pleasure Giver 36, Shindig at $15, and Corporate James at 22. 3-year-olds have a great record in the Doncaster. Brave Prince and Pleasure Giver are the two in that age group this year. Of course, Encounter was scratched. Rod Gallegos' late mail special is for the Cox Plate winner, the Australian Cup winner Dane Ripper. Bart Cummings has freshened her up for the Doncaster. At one stage, she was going to be go around in the Mercedes Classic last week.
The Star City Doncaster handicap, and a great start, and Quick Flick bounded straight to the lead from Iron Horse and Confiscate, followed closely by Dane Ripper. Moving forward closely is Corporate James, followed by Pleasure Giver. Blazing Steel, Banner Headline into Gaze, then Juggler, followed by Des's Dream, Brave Prince, Marble Halls, then Catalan Opening. Second last in the field is Shindig, and 2 lengths to Monopolise. On past the 1100, and Quick Flick strings them out. A length on Iron Horse, a length and a half to Confiscate. Confiscate and Corporate James, followed closely then by Banner Headline. Blazing Steelers on the outside, followed by Dane Ripper, Pleasure Giver. Into Gazers over on the rails, a length and a half to Juggler, then Des's Dream, followed by Marble Halls, Brave Prince Shindig. Catlin opening second last and 2 lengths to Monopolise. In the Doncaster, they race past the halfway at the 800 and Quick Flick from Iron Horse. Confiscate a length away third, Banner Headline fourth, then Blazing Steel and Corporate James. A length and a half to Intergaze, Dane Ripper off the track, Pleasure Giver, followed by Marble Halls, and then comes Catlin opening Juggler. Des's Dream, Brave Prince, 3 Shindig and 2 lengths Monopolise. Quick Flick hanging on the corner, and the big grey straightens up 3/4 of a length on last year's Epsom winner Iron Horse. Then Confiscate, Banner Headline, Intergaze, Marble Halls, Corporate James, Pleasure Giver, Catlin opening and Juggler, but Iron Horse and Cressy Munns hit the front. 175 to go, Iron Horse in front. Here's Catlin opening and Juggler. Catlin opening races to Iron Horse, Juggler after Catlin opening. Catlin opening still in front, Juggler won't get him. Catlin opening wins the Doncaster from Juggler. Iron Horse third, and then Des's Dream, Corporate James, followed by Marble Halls. Pleasure Giver and Monopolise, Dane Ripper, Confiscate, Banner Headline, Quick Flick didn't run the 1600, followed by Brave Prince, Intergaze, Shindig, and Blazing Steel was last to complete the course.
Number 2, Catlin opening, $27.90 and $7.60. 1 Juggler to pay $2.70 and 4 Iron Horse $7.60.
The 2 looks to have just been able to score here at, there it goes, $37.80 and $9.80. And congratulations to our long shot tipster Marilyn on 2KY. If I might just give the charming lady the due deserve she should get. She's tipped it with the stablemate. She had to go on Thursday morning with her tip, and she's got the bickies at $37.80 and $9.80. Written by Lenny Beasley. Number 2, Catlin opening, beating number 1, Juggler, $2.20, and number 4 in the third spot, Iron Horse, $6.80. The Quinella, $127.40. The Exacta, $225.30. The Trifecta, $3,299.20, and the 6 and 2 Daily Double has paid $265.60. A brilliant win to Catlin opening. I suppose the horse's chances did improve a little when the track was upgraded. Another feature race win to Bart Cummings. He certainly knows what it takes to win these biggies, doesn't he? And he's got an impeccable record in this, the Doncaster. Dato Tan Chinnam, Bart's major client, racing Catlin opening, a son of Carpstad and Dawn Music, a brown 5-year-old gelding, and giving Lenny Beasley his biggest win to date. And boy, hasn't he got a lot of big wins to come. One of the most promising jocks we've seen on the racing horizon for many years. 40 starts today. Number 40, very lucky for Catlin opening. 9 wins, 6 seconds and 9 thirds. Number 1, Second Juggler, a gallant performance and went within inches of giving Gay Waterhouse her 5th straight Doncaster by Jugar Cashel and a 6-year-old bay gelding, Grant Cooksley, and third to Iron Horse, last year's Epsom winner. Gay's trained second and third, raced by the Lone Star Syndicate, Zephyr Zip, Spyglass, bay gelding 5, Chris Munns. The official fourth was number 12, Des's Dream. Des's Dream ran fourth, and number 20 was officially fifth, and that was Corporate James. A short head, wasn't much in it. Short head, 1 1/4. Short head, 1 1/4. 1:38.03. 1:38.03. 36. The time after a thrilling finish to the Star City Doncaster. More on that in just a moment. Here's Rodney.
Okay, let's update Brisbane.
Opportunities to ride these type of races and especially win the races, you know, it's great.
Things are really starting to happen for you now.
Yeah, things have been great, you know. My manager, Cheryl Dupsey, you know, she's been working hard. I've been working hard and, you know, it's all peeling into, you know, it's going great, yeah.
Good on you, Lenny. Lenny Beasley, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, a talented rider who looks like he's going to be the next big name in Australian racing. I think that was his 3rd or 4th Group 1 today. We'll remember back to the Salinger Stakes at Flemington over the Carnival. He won on Natois. He picked up